Victoria 3, the only game for real men. The game, of course, is named after the main character of history. That's right, Queen Victoria. Now, I don't know how many of you have actually read the history. It's okay, guys, that's why I am here. Today, we're going to be playing as Great Britain, not to be mistaken with Greater Albania. It's a common mistake, guys. Don't worry about it. We begin the game by winning, of course, and we will never stop winning. In fact, we will win so much that even the most anti-Western politicians are going to be dressed as English gentlemen. Ignore the Middle Eastern guys though. We are ruled by our King William of Hanover, a real manly man. Unfortunately, he's really old, and when he dies, we're going to unlock the main protagonist, Victoria of Hanover, a 16-year-old girl. Legally speaking, we have all the necessary tools to maintain the monarchy, and we are of course in charge of our very own power block, full with international leaders. They're not just cardboard cutouts. Promise. Our production research is pretty good. Our military is the most advanced in the world, and our society definitely takes the cake by force, if necessary. For now, we are guaranteeing Belgium's independence, but I feel like the most important thing for us is to rival France. Shut up, France. No one likes you. Oh boy, the first elections. Let's see who has more money. The Opium Wars. Do we care about it? Oh, yes we do. Alright, China. The Netherlands wants a defensive pact. Sure, why not? Now, some of you might think we're the bad guys for forcing the poor Chinese people to purchase illegal narcotics. But please keep in mind, we're also going to take all of their money and a bunch of their land. So, you know, stop thinking. The king is dead, God save the queen. There you go, guys. Now we are ruled by the main character, which means all the terrible war crimes you're about to commit are completely justified. Historically speaking, when Queen Victoria took over China, she started sacrificing millions of Chinese people in order to create magical red rocks, which played a key role in the Harry Potter and the Iraq War. But I'm not gonna spoil that part of history in case someone hasn't read it yet. Which reminds me, Queen Victoria is an industrialist, isn't she? Don't ask me why sacrificing millions of Chinese people reminded me of capitalism. China capitulates, and I guess I'll take 20% more morale damage. That seems pretty good. The Netherlands is ready to join the British Empire, and we can also have colonial offices level 3. Oh no, Tokugawa-sama is having trouble colonizing. I'm sorry, Tokugawa-sama, I'm going to have to take Kanto. Listen guys, it's nothing personal. Her Majesty simply wishes to avoid a future where a random Japanese man gets to reincarnate in another world with a cell phone, because God forbid he goes outside. But owning Kanto will guarantee a random British man gets reincarnated in another world and starts capitalism by acquiring and distributing illegal narcotics. Also, even the racist people want cultural exclusion. I guess I'll take it. Alright Japan, your days of sending random people in fantasy worlds is now over. Oh boy, the Tories shut up the polls. And now, if you are a man of culture, you're welcome in Great Britain. Amazing elections, it's time for a super government. Also, Her Majesty demands we beat up Brazil. Ban slavery immediately. Oh, they agreed. Yet another glorious victory for Her Majesty. Portugal wants to join. Oh my god, guys. The teenage girl team is back together, ready to break kneecaps and steal lunch money. Again. Oh no, the Ottomans and the Egyptians are fighting. Now I know the Ottomans look a little bit guilty, but I'm sorry Egypt. Her Majesty wants the Suez Canal. Austria decided to interfere, unacceptable. Also, Guatemala is ready to join the British Empire. And the Austrians aren't doing very much. And the British Empire grows even more in Central America. Yet another undisputed victory for Her Majesty. Also, what kind of a god sends random people into different worlds? This has to stop. Even more elections. Ignore the elections. The Prussians are declaring a war for German leadership, and I can't help them because I have a truce with Austria. Oh my god, I thought Austria was stupid. But in fact, they were playing 4D chess. I have been completely outplayed. Well, you know what they say, kids. If you can't join the German leadership war, make your own German leadership war. Come on, Pope-sama. Her Majesty demands Rome. Oh no, Austria joined. How unexpected. Help me, Prussia. And you're going to be the leader of the German people. Promise. The Tories won the elections, which means they'll be in charge in the First World War. Jesus, what a mess. At least the Americans are on our side. We just have to stop the Russian advance on the Eastern Front. The front is here somewhere, guys. Promise. Alright then, I guess we stop the French first. It makes sense. They're French. A revolution at a time like this? Alright then, I guess we leave the church alone. For now. Hang in there, Prussia. I'm going to discover where the Eastern Front is. At some point. Probably. Don't worry, Prussia. I shall occupy your lands. In a friendly way. Oh my god, we can finally turn around and push the Russians back. France has capitulated. Alright guys, let's get into it. Prussia's waiting. They capitulated. The Americans capitulated. Oh no. Britain stands alone. And also we just need to occupy Rome in order to win. Now the real question, of course, is do we want to sponsor conflicts in Afghanistan? Of course we do. We're the good guys. Remember kids, Pope Sama is entirely to blame for this massive conflict, so Her Majesty definitely has to take Rome in order to avoid further conflicts. Unfortunately we couldn't ensure a Germany, but that's alright, because Denmark is ready to join the British Empire. Even more elections, look at all those different parties. The Tories won, but at least now they can work with the industrialists. You know what that means? A better education system, if you can pay for it. Oh my god, the Austrians are getting dogpiled because of Moldova, of all places. Oh my god, the Ottomans are getting destroyed by the Ottomans. We're definitely going to write that down in the history books, if you pay for it. Also, people should pay for their health. The medical system isn't charity. I mean, it is, but it's wrong, and we have to change it. Speaking of wrong things we need to change, we need to beat up the Chinese and take Korea, otherwise Portugal would think Her Majesty isn't cool. We can't have that. I mean, is there anything cooler than trampling over the hopes and dreams of undeveloped nations? Legislative failure, you stinking church bastards? We have to get rid of them, immediately. Finally, the Korean people are free to be exploited by us instead of the Chinese. Definitely an improvement. Okay, it's not very democratic to have a civil war right before the elections. Oh my god, look at those election results. This means only one thing. We have to defend the industrialists' interests in the healthcare system by not having a healthcare system. It makes sense, guys, promise. Now we can have even more control over the British East India Company. It's time to do some redecorating. Her Majesty demands that her favorite Indian country of Awadh gets more land. Finally, Greater Awadh. And they love us so much that they're ready to join Great Britain. Get in here, Greater Awadh. That's why you're Her Majesty's favorite Indian country of all time. Look at that population spike. Jesus. Legislative graveyard. Come on guys, this type of charity only creates dependency. We really have to fix the healthcare system. Oh no, the French are beating up Austria. Stupid French bastards, that's my job. How dare you? Finally, perfect healthcare, if you pay for it. Also, we have to address the total separation revolution. It will give us 94 million loyalists. Jesus, get out of my state. Am I right? And now we have a counter-revolution, which will also give me 94 million loyalists. Her Majesty is amazing. It doesn't matter what she does. She gets 94 million loyalists. And that's how you know she's the main character of history. Alright Portugal, Her Majesty thinks you're really cool. Total separation, exactly what 94 million people wanted. I also noticed we have colonial resettlement, which gives all the uncored territory migration appeal. However, I feel like the more British thing to do is colonial exploitation, which gives us 10% less starting wages. Listen guys, I'm not a humanitarian, colonizer, mathematician, economist. To be honest, I got this job because of nepotism. However, paying people less means we're gonna pay them less. I think it's a good idea. Another election cycle. Oh my god, look at that political shift. The Whig Party won, but not enough to make a government. Amazing. We have to save Circassia from the Russians. Her Majesty has foreseen that if we fail, there will be terrible changes in the timeline. That's right, if the Russians win, we won't have Random British man gets reincarnated in India, discovers tea, and finds new and exciting ways to exploit the natives. You know, the very foundations of the British Empire. Instead, we're going to have random Russian man gets reincarnated as Tsar Nikolai II, industrializes Russia and wins World War I. Unacceptable, random Russian man. Colonial exploitation. Oh no, I just looked at the timeline. It's now 2 random Russian men got reincarnated in Russia. This is getting out of hand. We have to stop this by enacting universal suffrage. It's how the timeline works, guys. Promise. So all we have to do now is hold while our main army executes their surprise attack aimed to occupy half of Russia. Surprisingly, a revolution for wealth voting. Do you guys have any idea what's at stake here? America wants an alliance? Why not? Oh no, this changed the timeline. Now random Russian man gets to reincarnate as someone else. Quickly, we must subjugate Denmark in order to fix this. Oh no, the second book just dropped. That's not good. Should we sign the Oregon Treaty and give land to the Americans? Let me check the timeline real quick. No, I don't like this. We're not going to do it. Disgusting. Legislative failure. Come on. The fate of the entire world is at stake here. Idiots. New elections. And also Circassia wants to join the British Empire. Of course you're welcome. Oh no, the Russians pushed us out of Circassia's capital. When did that happen? Also, looking at the timeline, I don't even want to know. What is this supposed to be? The Independent Agriculture Party won, which means we can have homesteading. I doubt that will appease great conqueror General Shoigu, but it's something. Oh, thank God we saved Circassia. Alright guys, it's time to capitulate the Russians once and for all. Jesus, that took a while. But remember, nothing can stop Her Majesty's might. We managed to save Ukraine, and now the timeline says that Stalin will be reincarnated in another world as a necromancer, take the mantle, Red Lord, and conquer the world. Honestly guys, Japanese anime has nothing on Russian state propaganda. We have homesteading. Remember kids, protectionism is for losers. Unfortunately, we are now dragged into the Netherlands-Chinese conflict. I mean, we did get a random African village, but I feel like our majesty is far too kind-hearted. You can't just commit terrible war crimes in China again because a friend asked you to. That's a little bit too much. Wait, we can't subjugate the Netherlands because they have to be less than unrecognized major character, and they are currently a major character. Well, this sucks. At least the conflict was brief, and now the Netherlands has Longfang. Oh no, France decided to interfere in my Indian affairs. Not only that, but Korea also refused to lower their autonomy. Elections, free trade, war crimes in China. Again, taking North Korea. Let that be a lesson to you, Korea. The Independent Agriculture Party won. Wait, where are the farmers? You guys are just a bunch of bureaucrats. Talk about false advertising. And now we're going to restrict child labor. I'm sorry, kids, but far too many of you are reincarnating in other worlds. I'm afraid this will mess up the timeline. Again. Alright, China, cough up the cash. Oh no, Persia is trying to interfere in our Indian affairs. Alright, Persia, you have Her Majesty's attention. Oh boy, look at all these countries who want more autonomy. Shut up, countries who want more autonomy. We can't do that, it's gonna mess up the timeline. Promise. And we are incorporating even more India. Take that, Persia, don't interfere in the British internal affairs. Oh, what a great opportunity to interfere in the Ottomans' internal affairs. Finally, the kids can go work outside in the coal mines. And we can also withdraw from Afghanistan and Persia. Oh no, the two Sicilies got involved. I don't think that was a good idea. But do you know what is a great idea? Elected bureaucrats. Unless you're Mexico, then don't do it. Friendly regime established, and they no longer feel guilty. Unfortunately, they have to fight the Russians and the Greeks. Good luck, Ottomans, I believe in you. The Dutch are now a minor character. It's time for you to get subjugated, the Netherlands. This is for forcing me to commit war crimes in China. Forced, I tell you. Speaking of forced, we must destroy these rebellious Indian countries and integrate them in the British Empire. After drinking a nice cup of tea with Kunduz, they are ready to tell everyone that we're the good guys, trying to maintain maintain peace and order. Everything else is misinformation. Promise. Finally, we managed to pacify a huge chunk of India. It's very convenient that all the rebellious Indian countries are supporting each other's insurrections, making it very easy to maintain the peace peacefully. Legislative failure? Oh come on, what is this? Mexico? Okay, so Prussia lost the war for German leadership. However, all hope is not lost, because we're going to liberate Pope Sama from the evil Austrians. And when Prussia humiliates them, they will lose the German leadership, I think. I'm not sure if that's how this works, but we're gonna try it. India secured. Now let's get to liberating Pope Sama and also taking Austria's pants down in front of the entire class. It's a necessary component of forming Germany, guys. Promise. Brand new elections. Oh my god, the Pilit party managed to win. I guess the British people really love P now. That's kind of weird, but I'll take it. We should definitely organize a secret police in order to make sure that political parties like that don't spread everywhere. Ugh. The two Sicilies have fallen. Don't worry, Pope Sama. You're going to be free. We just have to invade you first. Bavaria has capitulated. Whoa, hang on there, Bavaria. This is a family-friendly channel. You can't just show up with alcohol. Unacceptable. We are victorious. Not only that we freed Pope Sama, but also Venice, Trieste, and Hungary. With this, Germany is practically guaranteed. You know, if it's possible. Beware, radicals. Sherlock Holmes is hunting people for wrong speak. Also wage subsidies, because it gives us 91 million loyalists. Oh no, Russia is trying to mango the timeline. Again. We can't let that happen. Prepare to be invaded from behind, secretly. Again. I think something's wrong with the Russian military, guys. Now we have wage subsidies, which drastically reduced the amount of radicals. It's not the secret police, guys. Promise. Oh boy, 1 million people want an oligarchy. Listen guys, you just gotta give the people what they want. Oh no, we have to help the Ottomans. Remember, they are a friendly regime, and it will be very un-British of me not to take some of their land and help friends, of course. Another great victory for Her Majesty, and we managed to liberate Georgia and Poland. Even more elections. Oh no, communism. Good thing we're going to abolish the elections soon. And it's time for us to subjugate Caucasia. What if the Russians try to attack them again? Unacceptable. The P is strong with these elections. It's a gentleman thing, guys. Don't question it. The Ottomans are saved. Remember, kids, if you want to be a great power, you must slap your name on the largest island you can find. If this doesn't say Great Britain, I've been scammed. Nova Scotia left. What? You can't just leave? Oh no, I think they united. Let's see who is going to federate Canada. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen, place your bets. Also, Mexico, do not pass. Elected bureaucrats, it's bad for you. Promise. The French are having a revolution. Perfect, we're going to help the revolution for an obligation. It will be very useful. Also, who is going to confederate Australia? New South Wales, Tasmania, or Western Australia? Place your bets. Lower Canada left. I really hope you didn't bet on them, because Upper Canada is killing it. Finally, we have an oligarchy, the best way to get universal suffrage. Don't ask me why it works like this, but it does. Oh no, we have to fight Spain, which kinda sucks, but also Belgium. What is wrong with you, Belgium? Friendly regime established, and now we can use our obligation. And once we have cordial relations, we can now expel their diplomats to get the best achievement in the game. Shut up, France. We are not amused. Alright, Austria, it's time for you to give up the German leadership. I don't think it's possible. Come on, Prussia. I need you to do your thing. I guess we have to humiliate them. Again. Maybe that will fix it? Oh no, the United Principalities are in the Russian sphere of influence. So is Wallachia. At least Serbia is free. Finally, universal suffrage, and the P party is back. And stronger than ever. Alright, Prussia, I've done everything I can. Oh no, I cut Austria in half, and now we have Austria. But we also liberated Bohemia and Lombardia. Predictable elections, and now we can have public schools and get 79 million loyalists. Oh boy, Tuscany is trying to unite Italy. Take notes, Prussia, you're embarrassing Her Majesty. Oh, I'm sorry, Prussia, I forgot to liberate Schleswig and Holstein. Ukraine wants to join the British Empire. Nice. Public schools, and just like that, a huge chunk of the radicals disappeared. Good job, Sherlock. I mean, public schools? Alright, France, Her Majesty gave you enough time to build up. It's time for you to liberate Aquitania and submit to the... They back down. Oh, come on, France, you're a terrible rival. Alright, guys, the moment of truth is here. We're going to click the Federate Australia and Federate Canada buttons and see who won. Alright, guys, everyone who placed a bet on Upper Canada wins a recommendation to see a psychiatrist for their gambling problem. Why are you gambling in a game like this? Disgusting. As for Australia, there's still time, guys. Come on, gambling is cool, but you have to make a decision. Come on, there's little time left. You have all the chances to win. We have Scandinavia now. Amazing. This is how you unite. Prussia? Come on! Another election diplomatic victory. There you go, guys, we managed to win the game in 1879. We can stop playing now. Hey, wait a minute, where's Denmark? You stinking Scandinavian bastards! Release them immediately! I can't find them on the list. I guess we have to liberate Norway. Oh no, the Americans supported a random African village so they can take Oregon. How dare you, United States? It's time for you to taste some of the British liberty. They even joined the Scandinavian War so they can take Idaho. Outrageous! The Tory party won. It feels like they're the ones who start massive conflicts so they can get elected. Alright, Scandinavia, it's time for you to taste Her Majesty's vengeance. How dare you sneakily invade Denmark? We are the only ones who are allowed to sneakily invade. Finally, we can have elected bureaucrats because 46 million people realized we are not Mexico. Scandinavia capitulated, and I'm really happy we managed to liberate Norway. However, I have to admit, I'm a little bit embarrassed. Denmark is actually still alive in Africa, so we started this massive conflict for nothing. Oops. Finally, elected bureaucrats. And we can also subjugate Ukraine. Another election cycle. Yes, the Americans are not giving up. 69%. Nice. Finally, Her Majesty is victorious. And we liberated New England, New Africa, Texas, and most importantly, North Carolina. Alright, Prussia, it's time for you to accept your punishment for betraying Her Majesty. She even cut Austria in half, and it looks disgusting. I just didn't want to say anything about it, but it's gross. And now you will suffer the same fate of being cut in half. And yes, Her Majesty controls Berlin, Rome, and Tokyo. Together they combine like Voltron to create bootleg Axis. Axis because we control Berlin, Rome, and Tokyo. And bootleg because we don't suck. We definitely need mass conscription. Are we the Axis or what? Of course we must make sure that we have a friendly Scandinavia. Spain will be unable to stop us. And the people are clearly voting for Argentina to join the Axis. It's about time, Argentina. It seems Norway is trying something new and exciting. But more importantly, we no longer have Valkyrie Scandinavia. We now have "This is my neck of the woods and you're not leaving here alive" Scandinavia. Another victory for the Tories. Amazing. Finally, mass conscription. I mean, I wasn't relying on any conscripts or anything, but I definitely can do it now. New England and New Africa are ready to join the Axis, and we're slowly surrounding the United States, just like the United States surrounded Saddam. Oh boy, 79 million radicals are about to disappear. Labour is destroying the Tories in the elections. What a time to be alive. So many radicals just disappeared because of the pension reforms. Promise. More importantly, Texas is ready to join the American encirclement. Labour won the elections. Unbelievable. And Georgia is ready to join the Russian encirclement. Alright guys, it's time for us to stop the children from reincarnating in other worlds permanently. Her Majesty wishes to liberate Algeria, and we will destroy anyone who stands in her way. Spain has been completely dismantled. Egypt capitulates, and the French can't possibly hold us back. Australia is having a communist revolution. Oh come on guys, what is this? I guess I have no choice but to send 416 battalions to clean up this mess. Finally, Algeria is now free. But more importantly, Her Majesty controls Normandy and Paris. And the communists' gamble in Australia didn't pay off. Unlike those of you who placed your bets on New South Wales as unifier of Australia. Congratulations! Definitely see a psychiatrist though. The Communist Party, that's like Labour Plus. Completely unacceptable. Tuscany managed to unite Italy. Take notes, Prussia. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Italy is also cut in half. Disgusting. The communists won. Oh no, you're not getting in government. In fact, we're going to eliminate every political party. A revolution for communism. How dare you stand against Her Majesty? I'm sorry, Queen Victoria. Unfortunately, you're going to be in the top 10 biggest anime betrayals of all time. And we have a brand new chairman, Gunther Stever, who is going to be in charge of the British Republic, and he is also going to manage the largest and most powerful faction. Also, China completely collapsed, which means we're the only main character in China. Well, I guess there is Bei Yang. These are the laws we ended up with. I feel like some of them will change soon. Listen, we can always keep going until we reach 1 billion GDP. Conquer the rest of the world with 5,000 infamy. No one can stop us. Unfortunately, I'm afraid that will mess up the timeline a little bit. Remember, kids, if Italy is the second strongest country on the planet, the timeline is saved. Probably. Until next time.